Well, it's time for our Friday Music Makers segment. Today we are featuring the music of Salif Keita, the Malian music icon, who is affectionately referred to as the golden voice of Africa. Heather Maxwell, host of VOA's Music Time in Africa radio show, recently attended a concert by Keita here in Washington and now joins me to talk about the man and his music. This guy is a phenomenon.
He is.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, and coming to Washington, he was here some time back.
He was here on April 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the difference? What was this concert all about?
Well, this concert was to raise money for albinism, which is a cause that he has taken up in his later years. You know, he's had a career that spanned over 30 years at this point. Sure. 40, actually.
40. In fact, he's nearly 70 years old, right?
Yes.
Somewhere close there. How do you find his music, the energy? You know, you attended his concert, you've seen him before, you've seen the videos.
Well, I've seen him before, but it's been a while, and I was just so impressed and inspired, and everybody there was just from up on the roof, or not the roof, but the upper levels of the balcony. They were hanging over, they were cheering, and people were coming on stage and throwing money on him. He was just amazing.
Now, as an African music icon, one of the things that he has done is to really lift up the traditional instruments and the style, which is a great lesson to the younger musicians, not only in Mali, but across Africa, right? Very
true. And he has also, he raised sort of the bar for African music and made the orchestration really tight, the vocal lines really perfect. He's a perfectionist as an artist. Yeah. And every album he does, he tries to make it different than the other album. So he shows a lot of different variety in his music.
It kind of takes time to do this thing. And I just wanted us to take a moment to kind of listen a little bit to the performance. I know it was a stage performance. See, this is a signature song, right? Everybody, you know, you hear this song across the continent. I don't know if there's anybody who doesn't know this song.
Probably right.
It is a beautiful song. How was it like listening to him perform this particular song?
It was so exciting and just so wonderful. It really was.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say that when I spoke to him after the concert, he gave me some news that not everybody knows, in fact, very few, which is he's doing his very last album, and it's coming out in September.
So this is it?
He says this is his final album, and he wants to do many featurings, but he only told us one featuring. He has one song with Angelique Kidjo.
Yeah, of course, the great.
So that's going to be something to look forward to.
Is there any particular reason why he doesn't want to continue? I mean, this is almost like saying he's retiring from active music production.
He told me that he's been on the road for half of his life, and he's getting older, and he needs a rest. Yeah. He needs to take it easy.
I know you spoke to him, and yesterday we did actually feature him also, just talk about the albinism issue. From your conversation with him, how does he feel now? Does he feel like he wants to devote a little more time? I know he's older, but does he want to get a little more involved in the campaign?
Yes, and he said it's not just albinism in Mali. He's not just fighting for their rights and protection in Mali, but Africa-wide, actually worldwide. Yeah. So I think as he gets older, he's really starting to look inward and see that, you know, this is something I lived through, and I actually have the power to make a difference here.
And I think this is particularly the time to, you know, really for him to talk about, because we've seen what's been happening in countries like Tanzania, and this is perhaps one of the most famous person in the whole world who is an albino and extremely successful and world renowned. Yeah. And so I think he's really playing a big role. Hopefully the message can reach everybody down there and even in the remotest parts. Heather, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for sharing with us. So I want to thank Heather once again for another really fantastic Music Maker segment. Now, to learn more about Heather Maxwell and her VOA radio show, visit Facebook and type in the keywords Music Time in Africa, and you can see what time our program can be heard in your area, and also learn more about some of our featured artists. Thank you.